Hello. Have you ever picked up a wood turning tool for the first time and as soon as you put your hand on it you knew that this was going to be a favourite tool of yours? Well, that's what's happened to me this week. Ashley Iles have sent me 3 tools to have a look at, all designed by the late great Phil Reardon, and they come in a set of 3, although you can buy them individually. What makes these tools different is that, as from all tools from Ashley Iles, they're the finest quality high-speed steel, but despite the cost of the extra steel, that steel passes all the way through the handle to the end. That handle is made of cork, so the handle is light, you're holding it in the centre of the tool, and the balance is absolutely superb on every one of these. It feels really soft and comfortable. I can imagine in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold in the workshop, you'd be grateful for something like this. But the 3 tools, there's the 10mm or 3/8 square shafted beading and parting tool, and this is called the dumpy. It has nothing to do with me showing you it. Another tool made from 1/2 inch steel is a parting tool or a beading tool. One side, one edge, it's flat, so you can use it as a normal parting tool. The other side is radiused, and so you can make the most gorgeous small beads. It's absolutely perfect for that. That one is called the skinny millan. And the final tool is a 1/2 inch spindle gouge called the stumpy. It's a slightly deeper flute, but again the tool still goes all the way through the handle, through the cork handle. Despite them having comical names, these are serious tools and they really are nice. I'm Paul Loseby, wood turner here in Leicester in England, and if you'd like to come around this side of the lathe, I'll show you the tool in action. Right, the first tool I'm going to show you is the skinny millan. It's made from 13mm steel, which goes right from the tip through to the end of the handle. It's machined down equally on each side so that it leaves a cutting blade of 4.5mm. On one side, let's turn it this way, there is a flat surface, and that's so that you can do the ordinary parting tools with that edge on the tool rest, levering up, and you're there. The other end is radiused, and that's so that you can do small beads. It's just a case of putting it on the tool rest and turning it over, and there you've got your bead. The cork handle is 180mm long, and the blade starts off at just over 5 inches. Obviously it will wear down with time, but you hold it in the middle and it is absolutely superb. Let me show you what it can do. Right, the first cut I'm going to do with it, I'm going to square off the edge. I'm going to be putting this flat edge on the tool rest and just levering down. It cuts beautifully, but there again, any tool will do, as long as it's sharp. A nice clean, perfect cut, for the parting tool. Right, for the beading, we turn the tool onto the other edge, the rounded edge, and the same as doing any other beads, it's just a 90-degree flick of the wrist. And there we have a lovely bead. Let's try that again. Use the flat side. Then turn it onto the radius edge. And we have another nice bead. Right, so that's the skinny millan, I don't know whether you can see that, made by Phil Reardon, and it is a beautiful tool to hold and to use. Right, let's go on to the other tools. Right, I've taken away the beads from the previous demonstration, so as not to confuse matters. And now I'm going on to show you the stumpy, which is the spindle gouge, the half-inch spindle gouge, again designed by Phil Reardon. Very similar to other spindle gouges, apart from the flute is a little bit deeper. It comes with a 40-degree grind, and it is in a fingernail profile. But you can adjust that in any way that you want yourself. And if you want a different profile, why not, when you're ordering it, have a word with Ashley Iles and they will give you any grind that you want. The actual blade is just over 6 inches long, and the handle again 7 inches long, and the steel goes all the way through to the end again. Right, let's see this one in action then. The main thing about this tool is the handling of it. It is just so perfectly well balanced, both handle and blade together. You're holding it in the middle of the steel. The handle is so light, it is absolutely, to me it seems perfect. You obviously want to be able to do coves with a spindle gouge. I don't know what more I can tell you about this tool. apart from it's absolutely beautiful to use, but again, all three of them are. Right, if you're happy with that, we'll go on to the next tool, which is the dumpy. Right, I've been at work with my saw again. I've taken off the coves and beads that we did with the stumpy tool, and now we've got the dumpy. It's a 3/8 or 10mm square high-speed steel shaft. The blade comes in at 5 inches, the handle again at 7 inches, and the shaft goes all the way through to the base. It's got a 30-degree grind on each side, and it's shaped at the top exactly like a skew. So besides being able to use this as a skew, it's perfect for making chucking points, but then when it comes to it, it is absolutely on its own when it comes to doing bead. It's just a flick of the wrist, just 90 degrees, start at the top, take it down a fraction further. There are lots of beading and parting tools on the market, but as with the other tools, the beauty of this one is the balance of it. Some people find it difficult to get beads using a beading and parting tool, but with this there is an accessory available, or saying an optional extra, of a collar that fits around there, which prevents you going any further forward or back and gives you the right turn, the right twist every time. Let me demonstrate. This is the collar. It fits over the tool, and when you've got whichever angle you want, you tighten it up with the small key on the top. I prefer to have my tool rest a little bit higher for doing this. It's just above centre height, and then you've got to make sure that you get exactly the right position. Let's try this. Can you see what's happening? The collar is pushed up against the tool rest, so you're getting the perfect cut each time. Round to the other side. it all depends, obviously, how far the tool rest, the collar and the cutting edge are away, but that's adjustable. So again, you may use a different tool rest. So there is no reason why you can't have the collar against it in this way. And again, of course, the other thing you can do with the tool is use it as a skew chisel, but mainly it's intended to be a beading and parting tool. Just that most tools will do a multitude of things. Right, there you have the 3 tools from Iles. The main thing about them is the balance. The balance and the handles are absolutely superb. This one, the Skilly Millan, it's not like your normal parting tools that are a thin strip of metal. This is made from half an inch steel, 30mm steel, and there's still a hefty 4.5mm in the middle. It can be used as a parting tool or a beading tool. It's, as with all of them, superb. We've then got the stumpy, which is the 1/2 inch spindle gouge. Again, a lovely piece of work, lovely handling. The balance really is superb. These, without doubt, will become a favourite of yours if you decide to go for them. And finally, we have the dumpy, which is the 10mm square beading and parting tool. You can get it with the collar. It's going to take time to learn how to use them, but you'll soon get the hang of it. All a case of practice. That's the same with everything. They are all absolutely superb tools. I'm just glad these have not got to go back. Hope you enjoy yours.